Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to your chemistry class of standard 7. Inshallah, all of you are well and enjoying your classes. Today, I will discuss about molecular formula from chapter 6. Mainly today, we will learn how to write molecular formula. And for this, we have to memorize something, that is symbol, valency, which I have discussed in my previous lecture, and hope you have memorized those items properly. So let's start the class. At first, molecular formula or chemical formula. What is molecular formula, or how can we define molecular formula? The short expression of a molecule of an element or compound using symbol and the number of constituent atoms is called molecular formula or chemical formula. That means molecular formula just the short expression of a molecule using what? Symbol and the number of constituent atoms by which that molecule is formed. We know that molecules are two types, elementary molecule and compound molecule. So at first we will learn to write the formula of elementary molecule. You know that some elements form molecule using 2 atoms or 3 atoms or more than atoms. So here just you have to write the formula of those molecules using symbol and the number of atoms. For example, oxygen. We know that oxygen is a diatomic molecule. That means 2 atoms of oxygen form a molecule. So its formula will be O2. Why? Because the symbol of oxygen is O and this is diatomic molecule. That means it contains 2 atoms, but this here is 2. So O2 is the molecular formula of oxygen. Now similarly, the molecular formula of nitrogen will be N2 because it is also diatomic molecule. So like this way, hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they all are diatomic molecule. So just at first we will write the symbol of these element, then write number of atoms, that is 2. Then it will make the molecule of these elements. Follow this: fluorine symbol F, chlorine symbol Cl, bromine symbol Br, iodine symbol I. So you have to know the symbol correctly, then easily you can write the formula of this elementary molecule. Now this is ozone. You know that ozone is a molecule of oxygen, but it contains 3 atoms of oxygen. So its formula will be O3. And phosphorus is an exceptional molecule where it contains 4 atoms. So we know that the symbol of phosphorus is 4. So its molecular formula will be P4. And we know that the symbol of sulfur is S and the molecule of sulfur contains 8 atoms. These 3 are exception actually, just you have to remember. So the molecular formula of sulfur will be S8. So just you have to remember these 3, ozone, phosphorus and sulfur, but others are diatomic molecule. So like this easy way we can easily write the formula of elementary molecule. Now we will learn to write the formula of compound molecule. But before starting compound molecule, we have to know one more things, and that is radicals. In Bengali it is called যৌগমূলক. What is radical? When a group of atoms act as a single atom, then it is called radical. That means radical is actually a group of atoms, more than one atom, and in forming compound it acts as a single atom. So these group of atoms are known as radicals, and here you have to just memorize the formula of radicals and their valency and charge. For example, hydroxyl. Hydroxyl is the name of one radical, and it's formed by one atom of oxygen, one atom of hydrogen. So we can say this is the actually formula of radical, but this formula is not following any rule. So you have to just memorize. The sulfide radical means SO3. Sulfate radical means SO4. That means 4 atoms of oxygen and 1 atom of sulfur combined together form a sulfate radical. So just you have to memorize nicely the formula of these radicals with charge, positive or negative. All charge of all radicals are most of the radicals are negative. Just 2 radicals have positive charge, and they are ammonium and phosphonium. Just these 2, and other all radicals charge is negative. So it will not difficult to remember. Just you have to memorize the valency of these radicals. For example, hydroxyl radical have valency 1, sulfide 2, sulfate 2, nitrite 1, nitrate 1, carbonate 2, bicarbonate 1. For bicarbonate also it is called hydrogen carbonate or bicarbonate. Then phosphate 3. Like this way you have to memorize the valency, and also you have to memorize the formula of these radicals. Now let's see the formula of compound molecule. Generally, a formula of compound molecule is written like this way: AXBY. Here A is positive element or radical, B is negative element or radical, and X is valency of B and Y is valency of A. That means here valency will be altered. The valence of B will be with A and the valence of A will be with B. And positive element, negative element, no need to think about that, because hearing the chemical name you easily understood which one is positive, which one is negative, because positive element always remain first or always in first position, and negative element will be in second position. So positive element you can easily understand, but radical I have said you have to remember the charge. So in this here you know that only 2 radicals, ammonium and phosphonium, have the positive charge. So these 2 radicals will be in first position and other all radicals will be in second position. So let's start to see the formula of compound molecule. For example, sodium chloride. How can you write the formula of sodium chloride? At first, sodium chloride, follow here. When you see the name of this example, sodium chloride, so sodium is in first position, chloride means actually chlorine. When it form compound, then its name is chloride, but this element is chlorine. So sodium is positive element, you can understand here, and chlorine is a negative element. So what is the symbol of sodium? Na. What is the symbol of chlorine? Cl. You know. Now you have to put the valency, isn't it? But what do you know? The valency of sodium is 1 and the valency of chlorine is also 1. So when the valency of both elements are same, in this case we will not write their valency, or if the valency of any element is 1, it will also not be mentioned. That means just you have to remember the valency 1 we will not mention in the formula, and if the valency of two atoms are same, in this case also we will not write any valency. So here, since both have the valency 1, for this we will not write anything. So the final formula of sodium chloride is sodium NaCl, sodium chloride. Now follow the another example, calcium chloride. So at first write the symbol of calcium, Ca, then symbol of chlorine, you know already, Cl. Now you have to exchange their valency. You know that the valency of chlorine is 1, so no need to write 1 with calcium, but the valency of calcium is 2, so you have to write here 2 with chlorine. So the final formula of calcium chloride is CaCl2. Very easy, but you have to practice. Follow another example, calcium oxide. You know symbol of calcium is Ca, oxide. This is what element? Oxygen. And when it form compound with another element, then its name is just changed. Ide. Ide is added with the name for this oxide. So the symbol of oxygen is O. And again we know that the valence of calcium is 2 and the valence of oxygen is also 2. Since both of them valency is same, for this we will not write anything. So the formula of calcium oxide will be CaO. Follow the another example, sodium oxide. What is the symbol of sodium? Na. Oxygen O. Now we will see what about their valency. The valency of sodium is 1. So we will not write 1 with the oxygen. But what is the valency of oxygen? 2. So for this we have to write 2 with sodium. So the formula of sodium oxide is Na2O. Follow the another example, aluminium oxide. The symbol of aluminium is Al and the symbol of oxygen is O. Now what is the valency of aluminium? 3. And what is the valency of oxygen? 2. They are not same. They are not 1 also. They are different. For this we have to use both valency. The valency of oxygen is 2. It goes with aluminium, and the valency of aluminium is 3. Come with oxygen. So aluminium oxide formula is Al2O3. Do you see any difficulties here? No. Just you have to memorize the symbol and valency properly and put properly. Then easily you can write the formula of any compound. Now follow more example, potassium carbonate. What is the symbol of potassium? K, isn't it? And now this carbonate, is it any element? No. What is this? Carbonate is a radical, isn't it? So here we have to write the formula of carbonate radical, and carbonate radical is formula is CO3. Follow the chart, CO3. Now we have to put the valency. We know the valency of potassium is 1, so we will not write anything with carbonate, but the valency of carbonate is 2. For this we have to add 2 with potassium. So K2CO3 is the formula of potassium carbonate. Now follow the another example, aluminium carbonate. So symbol of aluminium is Al and carbonate is CO3. Now The valency of aluminium is 3 and carbonate is 2. So we have to write both. But follow here, the valence of carbonate is 2 with aluminium. But the valence of aluminium is 3, which we have to add with carbonate. But if we put here 3, then it will become 33, isn't it? For this, we have to use a bracket. How? Follow this. We have to write like this way. At first, you have to give the bracket with the radical CO3, carbonate radical. Then you have to put 3. Clear? But here, aluminium, no need to give bracket because aluminium is the symbol of an element, not radical. Only in case of radical, if you use valency, in that case you have to give bracket with the radical, then you have to write the valency. So I hope you can easily write the formula of compound molecule, but you have to practice more and more. Now follow this, more example. Follow here, sodium carbonate. The symbol of sodium is Na, carbonate CO3. Valency of sodium is 1 but carbonate is 2. So formula will be Na2CO3. Potassium hydroxide. Hydroxide is a radical, hydroxyl radical. So K, symbol of potassium is K, hydroxyl OH, both of them valency is 1. So formula will be KOH. Calcium phosphate. Follow here. Symbol of calcium, symbol of phosphate. The phosphate radicals valency is 3 and calcium radical valency is 2. So for this they exchange their valency like this way. Magnesium nitrate. MgNO3. MgNO3 2. Why? Because the valence of magnesium is 2 here. Now ammonium chloride. Ammonium is a positive radical. For this ammonium is in first and chlorine is a negative element. For this chlorine is in second position. So formula of ammonium is NH4, chlorine is Cl and their valence is 1. For this no need to write anything. Zinc sulfate. Symbol of zinc is Zn and sulfate SO4 and both of them valence is 2. For this no need to write anything. Ferrous chloride. Have you remember? Iron have variable valencies 2 and 3 and I have said when in naming As is present, in that case less valency is used. So 2 valency is used here. So the symbol of iron is Fe and chloride is chlorine. Symbol of chlorine is Cl and the valence of iron is 2 and chlorine is 1. For this their formula will be FeCl2. Now cuprous oxide. Cuprous means copper, but as copper is also variable valency and its valency actually 1 and 2. Since there is present as in name, for this less valency is used here, that is 1. So the symbol of copper is Cu and oxygen is O and the valence of oxygen is 2. For this with copper there is 2 but the valency less valency is used of copper 1. For this there is nothing. Ammonium carbonate. Follow the formula. NH4 bracket 2 carbonate because here both are radical, positive radical, negative radical. Ammonium but carbonate radical valence is 2. For this 2 with ammonium and ammonium radical valence is 1. For this nothing. Then aluminium phosphate. Symbol of aluminium Al, phosphate is a radical PO4 and aluminium valence is 3, phosphate is also 3. So no need to write anything. So like this way, following the name, you can easily write the formula of compound. But some formula are there where just hearing or just seeing the chemical name you can easily write the formula. Follow here, carbon dioxide. Carbon means carbon element and oxide means oxygen and di means 2. This di represents the number of 2. So carbon dioxide. Dioxide means 2 atoms of oxygen. So easily you can write the formula of carbon dioxide, CO2. Similarly, sulfur dioxide. Formula will be SO2. Sulfur trioxide. Formula will be SO3. Tri means 3. Mono means 1. Di means 2. Tri means 3. Like this way. Tetra means 4. Penta means 5. You will easily understood. Phosphorus trichloride. That means phosphorus P, chlorine Cl, and trichloride for this Cl3. So PCl3, phosphorus trichloride. Phosphorus pentachloride. Penta means 5. So PCl5. Nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen N or O2. Nitrogen dioxide. So easily you can write the formula of this type of compound, where just following the name you can easily write down their formula. But why they are like this way? Follow here. They are actually compound of non-metals. Okay, metal, non-metal I will discuss in next class, no problem. Metal, non-metal not here present. You have learned about 6, isn't it? In standard 6 you have learned metal, non-metal. So actually both are non-metal. For this their compound is like this way. But still there are some formulas where you cannot write easily following their name. So in that case just you have to memorize the formula of those compounds. For example, water. Observing this name, do you understand what will be the formula of water? You know water formula, but ammonia, methane, can you say what will be the formula? Which elements are present inside this? Sugar, chalk, glucose, methane? No. For this, these compounds are used in your book. For this I have given here the formula of these compounds. And when you will read in higher classes, then like this type of some compounds which you have to memorize their formula. So in this standard 7 you have to just memorize this formula. So what are, you know that H2O, ammonia, this is the actually compound of nitrogen and hydrogen, and its formula is NH3. You have to memorize, just memorize. Methane, compound of carbon and hydrogen, and its formula is CH4. Glucose, which we take actually. Glucose from compound of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and its formula is C6H12O6. Chalk it has a chemical name. If we know chemical name of chalk, then it can easily write. The chemical name of chalk is calcium carbonate. So now we can easily actually write the formula calcium carbonate. And sugar, the compound is also carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but its formula is C12H22O11. So like this some compounds are there whose formula just we have to memorize. So today up to this, my dear students, you have to actually practice more and more, then you can easily write. And if you practice more, then it will also help to memorize valency symbol, formula of radicals and also their valency, etc. So for this you have to practice more and more. For this I have kept here some homework. So at first you memorize the symbol, valency, formula of radical, and then you will try to write the formula of this compound and submit to my personal ID. Okay, my dear students, and you must pick out the chemical name, then you will write the formula. You never write only formula. You have to must write the name also. And since you are writing first, for this you will use pencil to write the formula. You will write pencil, and I can give you a technique to practice more. there are many compounds name, chemical name I have given in this my video lecture. So in previous slides, so at first you will write the name in your copy which I have shown you. So at first you will write the name of those compounds name, then after memorizing you will try to write their formula without seeing, then you can match with the slide which I have given answer. So then like this way you can easily practice the formula, then you will start to do this homework. So please my dear students, you will submit this homework feedback properly, writing and nicely and clearly writing with in my personal ID within 2 or 3 days. Okay, so today up to this, best of luck, be safe, stay safe and well. Okay, goodbye.